Welcome to Whisky Wednesday. It's not quite the way I wanted Whisky Wednesday this week, because you might have noticed I have a cup of tea here. And there's a reason for that. I posted down in the Whisky Lounge on Stacker Social a little picture of like Whisky Wednesday pre-drinks, and managed to have a whiskey while I was cooking tea. And I thought, yeah, have a nice little drink tonight, as it's I love having a bit of a whiskey on a Whisky Wednesday. And unfortunately I had a phone call and I have got to go out very early in the morning tomorrow, so that's the whiskey part of Whisky Wednesday isn't going to happen. So it's Teetotal Wednesday. It doesn't have the same ring tune, does it? But yeah, apologies for that. So there's no like lovely the old cork. So yeah, down to a cup of tea, unfortunately. But hey ho, we'll still have a bit of fun. Means I really wanted to have a crazy night tonight, but because not almost, but always, I have a little bit of a drink, and yeah, it makes me relax a little bit more, rightly or wrongly, but it does. And yeah, we can go a bit crazy every now and then. Oh, I meant to light the flipping candles. Let me go and get a lighter so I can light them. There we go. I've lit the candles. You'll see them in a minute, or you can actually see one right next to Si's head. Yeah, very angelic in the background there. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, that was unfortunate, but hey ho, that's the type of job I've got. It seems to have gone really crazy at the beginning of this year, and yeah, I just make the most of it. So I have to honour what I do as a business, and yeah, that's it. So let's get on with it, pardon me. So we'll have a quick trek around, as I always do as an intro to Whisky Wednesday. Let's have a quick look. All the people that have contributed. I love to mention everyone, because everyone deserves a bloody mention. We have Jim Wen over in Australia. Nice little mention there, sent me that, which is really cool. And then we've got, how many flipping, actually, could do some new ones. Hint, hint, anybody, if they want to send them over. But we've got some nice poker chips from APM, Addicted to Precious Metals, The Stack Collector, Gordy's Gold and Silver, 365. Your time is now, Gordy girl, hope you're fine. Don't hear much from you. Gold, Silver Hunter, the man that makes some beautiful copper pieces. Poorer. And then we go underneath there, the Bulldog, which is Stephen's original poker chip. Stacker Social poker chip. Daft Precious Metals, hope you're well, bud. Don't hear much from you either. Scott Silver, heard a little bit more from you recently, but I hope you're well, dude. Then we've got Blistering Barnacles Adventures, Nerd UK, a few more BBA's poker chips there. Jumping into silver, Stacker Social Berlin Edition 2025 poker chip. Pretty rare, which is pretty cool. Some idiot called Creative Precious Metals. That's me. And we've got another one from Darth and Si the Sandman's poker chip. And the lovely candles. I made that little rack out of some copper pipe. And then at the back we've got some stickers. We've got obviously Gold Silver Hunter, Your Time Is Now, Gordy's Gold and Silver, jumping into silver, Scott Silver, Si the Soundman, Si the Soundman. And yeah, very nice silver certificate sent to me from 365 back in the day, which is really cool. Something I don't mention, CY Sterling sent me this. And I've noticed he's got the same in his backdrop of his videos. So yeah, I can't remember what it is. Perhaps CY, you can explain to me what it is in the comments of the video. A lovely pouch from Carduce Leather from Cider Salmon. This whiskey barrel was given to me by Cobra Stacker, which is really cool. And then let's go back up here. We've got stickers, APM, Cobra Stacker, CY Sterling 365, Stacker Social, Stack Collector, Stephen's latest design. And then we've got Nerd UK, Blistering Barnacles, and we always have to, excuse me saying this, touch it up. Oh, that sounds so awful. Because for some reason it curls up. Daft Precious Metals and Gordy's Gold and Silver. I have no idea which one depicts his latest version of his channel. But we have 3 different versions there. And then coming down here, we have a very nice contribution from APM, and I think that's APM and the Stack Collector. Some nice little backyard bullion made 1 gram silver nuggets. I like calling them nuggets. And then we have, we'll just home in on there. Jim sent me this Australian dollar, and then we've got my round that I had made. Creative Precious Metals, Cobra's round, Cider Sandmound's round, channel round, beautifully designed and done by Cardiff Gold, which is really cool. APM's original channel round, another one of my channel rounds, this lovely little button from Stephen, and then we've got 2 little marks, German marks from Euro Coin Hunt. Michael, thank you very much. And then we've got a nice poured piece from Backyard Bullion there. And then we've got a depiction of Stack Collector, a depiction of Cobra Stacker, Camel Finance in the background, and I believe that's it. Obviously, Cobra Stacker's calling card, that sounds very, very posh. So yeah, and sorry Darth, the candle is wetting on you. So yeah, that's the backdrop. It's for people that don't watch my channel or haven't seen this before. You know, that's the reason why I do this, is because people, like, I love to mention people. It's so easy that we forget everybody in our busyness. So it's really cool just to, you know, I look at it obviously, but it's just nice to shout them out for their very, 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 very kind gifts. And it all sits in the back of my backdrop. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone out. I don't think so, not sure. Okay, at this point I like to, I didn't do a Whisky Wednesday last week. So I had so much stuff going on, it's ridiculous. And the time flies by, so just going to do a little recap of what I've been doing. Well, what I've really been doing is working really, really hard, just like everyone else. Obviously, I've always religiously watched personally on YouTube I always watch Camel Finance. You learn a hell of a lot over there, guys. If you want to trade, he's the guy to go to. But if you just want to learn about general market, what's going on in the macro world, what's going on in the market world, it's a cool place to go to and have a look, for sure. And then the Stack Collector Stack Chat. I've got to really try to recollect. Well, it wasn't the recent one, it was the time before. I believe he had Andrew from Haven Precious Metals on. That was an interesting chat, listening to what Andrew gets up to and his involvement with Whatnot. Whatnot is Whatnot, isn't it? I always get that muddled up with WhatsApp. But yeah, Whatnot, the auction site. Also had Silver Punk on, and we got the... obviously, he showed his interview with the CEO from the Germania Mint, which it has to be said, that was one hell of a bloody good interview, and it was a really, really cool cool video to watch. Lovely presentation, and yeah, well done TSC for a beautifully put together video, has to be said. TSC, for anyone that's new to my channel, really does He's one of the channels that I really get inspired by to try my level-headed best to improve. So I always give him a shout out. He's really cool. And then obviously the normal things I get to watch. I try to watch Cobra Stackers auctions. Try to get my head around the whatnot auctions. We'll talk about that in a little while. And it's kind of cool that, and recently he started to do some videos, which is brilliant. Thank you, Cobra, because I miss those. It's really nice to see the your old school type videos about what you're doing and what you're collecting and what you're personally doing, not so much from a business point of view. So that's really cool. Sire's been doing some gold and silver videos. I believe Cider Soundman, he hit over 800 subscribers, which is a bit of a milestone if you're chasing that sort of thing with your content and your videos. That's always a cool thing to see, people's interest. But Sire's another one. He put some really cool videos together, really good eye candy. And then 365. What can I say about 365? Always putting lots of promotional videos together for Stacker Social. It's lots of promotional content. But it'd be kind of nice again, 365 if you're listening, which you probably do because you're one of my avid Whisky Wednesday watchers. It'd be really cool to see. I mean, it's up to you, obviously. This is just my point of view. It'd be really cool to see like some of your old school type videos, about you and your passion within silver and what you like, and that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. I would like that, but obviously you do you. McDonald Bullion. This is a couple of weeks ago. He appeared on a live, I think, with Future Investments. So that was quite an interesting watch. Future Investments seems to be coming back now. Watch that with. I always like watching. I love watching Future Investments videos. Always makes me chuckle. But he knows that anyway. But yeah, good to see him back. I hope he's well generally. And we come and we go. Then we come back again, and I'm guilty of that, just like anyone. Who else have been watching? Benson's Coins. Benson Coins. An amazing 50p collection, which is pretty cool. Seen that. Silver Punk. Always putting out different types of videos. We'll talk about that. His latest stuff in a minute. He's done some behind the scenes stuff, which is always fascinating to see, that creativity in its flesh. So that's really cool. Jumping into silver, watched the Pinger video he did. He's done a few more. What else? Stacker Social. I mean, I'm going back a week now. I just want a bit of a shout out to a few people in Stacker Social because they hardly get mentioned. It's always been about the creators, but because I'm involved with doing a little bit down in my whiskey lounge, or the Stacker Social Whiskey Lounge, it's not my lounge. I'm never going to pretend it's mine, but I've got that honour and privilege to have my own little space down there, which is really cool. But I've had some really good chats in there, voice chats, over the last couple of weeks, and Stephen comes in there, Si comes in there. I had a nice little chat with a guy called Ferrari IP45. Michael comes in there, Quirk, Bo, Jumping into Silver, Nerd, BBA, Benson Coins. They've all popped in, and it's so cool. And I'd love it if people, more people dropped in, because it's the chat for me personally, and for some of the other people, it's always cool just to hear someone's voice half the time, and not so much mine, but other people's. I've got no updates on any get-togethers yet, but there's some interesting things I'm doing over the next couple of weeks. What else? Nothing else to update on. So coming up to more recent times, we'll go back to, obviously Cobra's been busy doing his auctions, which I've been watching. I've actually disciplined myself to try and get my head around Whatnot, and I still can't get my head around Whatnot. All happens too quickly. Not personally overly keen on... I love the concept of Whatnot. I love the concept of what they're doing, but for myself personally, it's not a place for me to overly want to purchase anything, purely because it's a little bit too more expensive. But it's an interesting thing, and I must admit I would like to actually just purchase something if I can get it at the right price, just to experience the whole process, just to see how it works, because that way I'm more educated and I can actually understand the process in its entirety rather than just prejudging on something that I've never used. So that's what I like to do. So yeah, that's Whatnot. Stack collector, right, okay, the stack collector sort of didn't do a stack chat, didn't, but there was a reason for that, because over on Stacker Social they held their first auction, proper auction, and it featured Silverpunk's Pause. Now Silverpunk done, he's pretty pro, to be fair. He did a lovely brochure, plenty of marketing, plenty of, there's one thing that, that it isn't short of on there, and that's, marketing and letting people know what's going on. So it's a lovely build-up. I've never seen the stage part of that work, so I was fascinated to see that. And from all intents and purposes, it went ahead on Saturday, I believe. It was Saturday. Let's get my days right. Yeah, Saturday. And I presume it was successful. Silverpunk sold all his stuff. It was an interesting watch. It was smooth. There was a duck race that the Stack Collector did halfway through, which was cool. And yeah, hopefully that was a success from not only the guys that run Stacker Social, but for Silverpunk too. I believe it was. There was amazing stuff on there. Yeah, the poor inside of the industry seems to be, which is a real art and creative side, which I'm going to talk about in a different way a bit later. Yeah, it seems to be really picking up, and it's so nice to see people getting really passionate about what they love and what they do. It doesn't matter whether I like it, don't like it, or other people like it or not. It is a pure pleasure to watch people be creative and produce a product and take it to market. That's what it's about, for some people. And yeah, it's really great to see, and there's lots of work that goes behind any of that. I run my own business, so I know what it's like. That's really cool. What else? Come on, rack your brains. As everything, I don't write anything down. No, this is a real off the cuff thing that I do with Whisky Wednesday. I'm just trying to rack my brains over. There was someone else that I wanted to. It's a bit ironic, this. I have a parcel here that I'm going to talk about in a minute from a person, but I would like to, and this is really difficult because I often sit there and think, I'm just going to give a shout out to a guy, and it happens he sent me something. But no, that parcel's been there for a couple of weeks, because I should have opened it under instruction from him last Wednesday, but I didn't do a Whisky Wednesday, so I didn't. So I've saved it till this week, so I haven't touched it. I don't know what it's about or whatever, but I'm going to mention Nerd UK. The reason why I'm going to mention Nerd is that, for anyone that doesn't know, before I had had a transition between this channel and my other channel that I have started. I used to do on a regular basis. I was really trying to promote people and encourage people just to save 1 ounce of silver a week. Now, Nerd was one of those guys that really cottoned on to that, and I'm really pleased he did. And one thing I do always look forward to is when he does his updates. And he did an update, I think, a couple of days ago. I'm sure it was this week. And yeah, he showed me all the flip. God knows, was it 20 ounces now? Yeah, it must be, because he's week 20 in. 20 ounces of silver, and I was just like, wow, that has really grown. And I remember mine growing, you know, when I was doing it. But yeah, he's took it to that next level, and he's doing it, and he's showing it, and he's doing a comparison with saving the fiat money as well, and it's really cool. And hats off to you, dude. I wish you so much success with that, because it's definitely inspiring, and it's sort of making. I've got my own things that I'm doing now around precious metals. But I'm just getting, every time I watch his video, I just think, well, I should be doing the same, really. You know, so it's really cool to see that going on from Nerd. Yeah, I really like it. Hats off to you. That's anyone that's trying to inspire others through their actions and their content, to do something similar. Yeah, I always admire that. It's really cool to watch. So well done, Nerd. You're a good guy, and his 3D printing stuff. He's just a genuinely nice guy, you know. And I'm not just saying that because he sent me something. You know, believe that or you don't. It's up to you. I'm not that sort of guy. Now I'm just trying to think. Were there any other videos? There must have been. Were there only other videos that really jumped out that I saw and I thought, wow, they need a good mention? Probably was. And I hate saying that because people can take offence by that. But I don't mean it that way. As I take a long hard puff on my vape. No, I don't think there was. And if it comes to me, then I will say something. Nope. No, I don't think so. No, not off the top of my head. Pardon me. And again, let me think. So where do I want to go now? I know where to go. I'm not going to go to Nerd's opening yet. I'll do that in a minute. Let's go around the markets. Now, I used to talk about Bitcoin and bits and pieces on this channel, but I've got other avenues I do that on now. So I'm not going to do that. Oh, silver and gold. Gold's still doing good. Pardon me. I've done a few videos recently, so hopefully some of you have seen them, especially on gold. You've got to be careful out there, guys. Everything isn't normally always what they seem. I was working, there's an interesting one. I can't remember who it was, but I was working in someone's house today. I had to do an emergency boiler change for a customer over the last couple of days. Anyway, I was filling out all their paperwork, which I do at the end of it. I was sitting in their lounge, and there was an advert on the telly. I couldn't see the TV, but I could hear it, and it was some company going on about beautiful gold coins that were celebrating something, and there was only 4,999 of them. And I heard the word gold, and then I heard the word proof finish, and then I heard £39 each. I sat there and I thought, what? You're having a laugh. How can you get away with that? There's no way. And unless it was, I didn't hear how much it weighed, unless it was like something like a 20th of a gram or something less than that. I really have no idea. But I just sat there and I thought, oh my God, the way the advert come across was that you're getting something special. All the right words were said. And yeah, just be careful, man. Just be careful. When all the markets are up and there's like that FOMO and everyone's jumping on the bandwagon and all the gold producers are jumping on the bandwagon and all the dealers are jumping on the bandwagon, just be very careful what you buy. Because some things do seem too good to be true. And 9 times out of 10 they are. So there's a really good rule of thumb here. If it's that good and people are pushing it, then you've got to work out why they're doing it, because 9 times out of 10 it's going to be worth their company more than what it is for you. But that's not everyone, obviously, but that's the sort of thought processes that I put out, and that's why I put that video out on yesterday, actually. Think about it. Your money is a true reflection of the work you put into getting it, and don't waste it, man. Take your time. Take your time. But yeah, it's good. Silver market's looking good, but there's so much uncertainty out there. So you're getting this reflection within all the markets. They're up and down. They're all over the place. There's a lot of political stuff going on. Just be patient. Just be careful. For me personally, and I'm an idiot and I don't want anyone to follow what I do, I've just took a total backseat to a degree, to let everything just play out and then hopefully make those decisions going forward as and when it feels right. And yeah, you're not going to miss anything, that's for sure. But you could get caught up in the load of crap. So just be careful. Right, let's get on with Nerd's piece. Nerdy. We'll move the camera round to there. Now I have no Nerd sent Nerd's. I've covered my address up. So he hasn't sent me some spinach. He sent me this, and he sent me a message, and he said I've got to open it on a Whisky Wednesday night, which should have been last week, but unfortunately I couldn't do last week, so we're left with today. So he's got this little thing. I presume it's a letter, so I'm going to try and I'm just going to open it. I just wanted to prove to Nerd that I hadn't opened it, and I'll let you just admire the copper corner there, which hopefully we can add some bits to that as we go forward. Let me just try and cut this letter off with a very blunt Stanley knife out of my pocket. So we'll open that first, because he said open it first. And I presume there's a note inside, which would be lovely actually, because I can put that note up onto a notice board. Okay, so we have a note for Nerd. What does it say? Andy, this is a gift from 365. Sit your whiskey glass. What's that? Sit your whiskey glass in the space, fill with water and freeze for a perfect drink. Hope you enjoy, Dave, Nerd UK. And I love it. He always puts this alien face on it. So this is a gift from 365. Well, wasn't expecting that one bit. So yeah, I can't wait to see. So it is. Sit your whiskey glass in the space, fill with water and freeze for a perfect drink. Okay. Interesting. So that was surprise number 1. 365 has involvement in it. So who knows what that could be. So we have, I don't know what this is. More choice, son. More choices, better experience. Okay. It's like Christmas. Let's have a look. Now that might be just a box, but we'll see. We've got some, obviously you can see what I'm doing, see what I'm opening. Oh wow. Oh, how cool. Oh my God. Oh my God. I see what you mean now. Cool. How clever is that? Now, I've seen a few videos. I've seen a few videos from Nerd recently where he's been sending out stuff to different people and he's been making stuff on his 3D printer. And he's made a glass in a space, yeah, filled with water and freeze. Okay. What does that mean? Sit your whiskey glass in the space, filled with water and freeze. Oh. No, I don't get it. For a perfect drink, filled with water and freeze. I don't know, but that's really cool. And this is what I love about creativity. I love it when people come up with creative ideas to create stuff. And like now I've got a Whisky Wednesday. You could almost put a bottle in there, couldn't you? You could actually put the bottle sitting in there. I haven't got a bottle in here, unfortunately. Or don't know what he means with glass. Am I being absolutely thick, guys? I mean, I love this anyway, because it really, typical 365, it really depicts my Whisky Wednesday. The emblem's perfect. Now I know why Nerd asked me, is that my new emblem? Now I know why. And this is a gift from 365. Sit your whiskey glass in the space, fill with water and freeze for a perfect drink. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, I get it. I'll try it. But that's really good. I've got something. That's really cool because I said a little while ago I haven't had anything from anyone. And now I have something from 365 made by Nerd in a very clever, creative way. And I'm going to put this up on my notice board with all the other pieces up here. There we go. They all sit up there. So thank you very much. Thank you, Nerd, for making it, obviously. But thank you very much, 365, for asking Nerd to do it for me. You are never cease to amaze me, dude. You know that as well. Thank you, sir. So I'm going to have to find a really nice space to put that in. Oh, I've got to rearrange my backdrop again. Maybe. Thank you. Lovely surprise. Really nice surprise. Really great. Okay. Brilliant. What a surprise. It's great. Oh my God, I love it. Absolutely love it, love it, love it. There's some very, very thoughtful people that I've met. Which brings me on. Now, I mentioned I'm going to mention Stacker Social, okay. I've got a little, this sounds terrible, doesn't it? What am I going to say? That's been a problem all my life. Ha ha, very funny. I've got a little space in Stacker Social, right at the bottom there, of all the different places you can go to, called the Whiskey Lounge. And yeah, as you can probably gather from my backdrop, Whisky Wednesday, you know, I like my whiskey. I don't know too much about whiskies, but I know what I like and I enjoy it every now and then. Sometimes more every than now and then. But hey ho. And on some occasions I've got rather drunk on lives and on videos, but yeah, it is what it is. It's all authentic and it's real. But I've got a little space, and ever since I come back from the Berlin Money Fair, which I did document and say, like, I really didn't want to go, da-di-da-di-da-di, blah-blah-blah-blah-blah. But that's kind of twisted my arm to go. Went, had a brilliant time. And what I really enjoyed was the social aspect of it all. Come back full of beans, and yeah, I've got a little bit more involved with the Whisky Lounge again, which I used to be involved with quite a bit. But I'm not there to tread on anyone's toes. I don't want to do anything out the ordinary. I just want to have a little space where, you know, we can encourage people to come and talk and whatever. So that's worked out really nicely for me. Anyway, I've had a lot of doing a lot of thinking. I'm trying to organise not the whole event, but just a place for us maybe all to get together in the summertime, which is proving a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be. But that's purely because of demand. There's a lot of weddings going on in the summer, so it's trying to find that venue. So, but I'm working on it, and over the next couple of weekends, we're actually staying at one, me and my wife, and see what it's like. And it's for another occasion, but it's perfect location. It might be perfect for everything. We'll see how that goes, but I'm not going to say anything until I'm comfortable with maybe mentioning it. And then another one the following weekend. So there'll be a little bit more of an update and it's just a social gathering. It's not tied to anything. It's just to try and get people engaged at a physical social level, if they want to, of course. You know, that's what it's all about to me anyway. So anyway, I've been sitting there thinking, and sometimes I can get quite frustrated with myself because I'm an older chap. I'm not into all the stuff that a lot of and I'm going to be honest here, a lot of what goes on Stacker Social doesn't turn me on at all, but I want to feel a part of it somehow, and I want to be somehow been a part of it. So I've always got this constant battle of how much involvement I want and don't want going forward. So that can be a little bit frustrating for me personally. I've never hidden the fact, and I don't think I should hide the fact. I want to be honest and truthful. I love the space, I love the people that I interact with. I can't knock it, and I totally get why it's there, 100%. So, in my infinite wisdom, I've been sitting thinking over the past couple of days, how can I interact at that level and try and bring a piece of me out in the community, and what I do and what I believe in and what I like. So I had a really good think about. Now, my channel is called Creative Precious Metals, and the reason why I called it that was I was obviously involved with precious metals, as it's well documented now. I love my gold, I love my silver, I love a lot of other stuff as well, and copper, you know. But I really wanted to be creative with it all and show it in a creative way. And then off I went on my journey, got sidetracked, and I never really have, other than trying to create, you know, eye candy and nice appearance for my videos. And when I do certain shorter format videos, I try and make it creative looking. So I sat there and I thought, well, that's what I'm all about. Now, how can I try to encourage people to do the same in their own way? So I had a thought, and I thought, okay, I'm going to try and incentivize people to be creative. So I come up with a competition, and that competition is, you have to bear with me, is I'm going to run a competition across 2025, and basically it's going to be all about creativity in videos, and trying to, if you're going to try to encourage people to show their content and show their content in a creative way, which is what I really wanted to try and do from day one. And that will inspire me to do the same too. So I thought, okay, how can I do that? Lots of people do giveaways, lots of people, you know, do what they want to do. But I thought, yeah, no, I'm not going to do a giveaway, but I kind of will. But I want to try and incentivize people to be creative. So I come up with this competition. Basically, it's going to be over the year, starting in March. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a monthly best creative video competition. There's more to it than that. And basically what I'm looking for is for people to create videos, short format videos, not long stuff, you know, no longer than 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, showing what they want to show, but I want them to show in their own creative way, not just, oh, this is what I got, which is nothing wrong with all this. There's absolutely nothing. I'm not criticising anyone for doing this, but if for argument's sake, it's born a bear, 1 ounce silver coin, round, sorry. But try and show it in a creative way. Try and incentivise people just not to pick up their phone, camera, whatever, press record button, put this in front of them, but maybe try and do it in a creative way with a background, a little, I don't know, I don't know. However you want to be creative, so it shows it off. So I put a couple of little things. It's like create a bit of eye candy and creativity representing your channel, if you're doing a channel, or just, you don't have to have a channel, and there's a reason why you don't have to channel. Whatever you're being creative about, showing in a way that is nice eye candy and creative, basically, nothing more, nothing less. With the emphasis on, well, as I put on there, with the emphasis on creativity and not necessarily on the cost of making a background or anything like that. So it isn't a competition of how much can I spend on making something really look spectacular, using AI and all this sort of stuff. No, it's not what I mean. I mean just being creative in the way you present what you're showing with your camera or phone. So I thought that'd be really cool, because that's what I'm all about. That's what I always wanted it to be, my channel. You know, I've sort of, you know, you might see these little, maybe you're taking in note, I use like little false pieces of grass in the background just to make it a little bit more interesting when I'm talking about whatever I'm talking about. So it's that sort of idea. And I will do that, and the idea around it is to run a monthly competition, let people post their videos down in, and this is important, down in the Whisky Lounge of Stacker Social and the Discord group across the month. And then at the end of that month, we'll do a poll, and I'll think of I'll put all this in the Whisky Lounge anyway, but I'll think of an emoji for anyone to vote on what they think is their most enjoyable short video of the way it's been produced in a creative way, and the person that wins the most votes over that month gets to win 1 ounce of silver. And I don't know if you've noticed that I've got, you've got a reflection of the candle here. The winner for March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and a kookaburra for December. That's each month's winner's prize. Okay, so they're the monthly prizes. So hopefully that will encourage people to be creative. Don't have to, but I'm kind of hoping it will. It's something different, really different. So we do that across each month, and then the winner not only gets at the end of the month, whoever's voted for, in the Whisky Lounge. It can only be in the Whisky Lounge, not on my channel, in the Whisky Lounge on Stacker Social. The winner will then not be able to enter anymore, because that's fair. They will win the 1 ounce of silver for that month, and their video will be at the beginning of each of my Whisky Wednesdays. You know, so it'll get highlighted on my Whisky Wednesday when I do the edit. That short video will be on there for that month, the following month, until we get the next winner, and so on and so on and so on. And then hopefully, if people take part, then by the end of the year we would have had 10 winners, and then they will get entered into a draw, and then we will draw out a first, second and third for the year, probably sometime in January of next year, and we will have a first, second, third place. And the winner will get £100, but they won't get £100 of money. They will get to purchase £100 worth of product from the marketplace on Stacker Social. So they get to pick, I will pay for it, and they will get that. We'll get it sent to them. And then the second place will get £50. Same again, they will get to purchase from the marketplace on Stacker Social. And then in third place, £30, they will get to pick something from the marketplace on Stacker Social. Well, £30 or thereabouts, it all depends on the price of stuff, obviously. But I thought that was the best way I could come up with, really trying to promote people. Now, you don't have to be creators, you don't have to have YouTube channels. If you've got a phone and you want to, you can take part. If you've got a camera, phone, whatever, you can take part. All I'm asking is that you enjoy yourself, you're creative, and you just show, you know, there's so many people in Stacker show your latest pickups. There's loads of people show their latest pickups. This is your chance to do the same in real, and in as a video, short-term video, just a short video. You don't have to say anything. You can just be creative. You can say something, use music, whatever. Just be creative around it, and then your chance to actually, by showing your silver pickups or whatever, anything in your collection, in a creative way, and you got a chance to win. You know, and I like that idea. It's my biggest, well, other than probably when I did the Bitcoin giveaway, which was really cool for someone, well, for two people actually. I think Jim it was split between Jim and Shiny Precious Metals over in Ireland. So yeah, that's probably worth a little bit now. But yeah, that's my way of actually doing a bit of proof of work to get something back from me, and I will be very happy looking at people's creativity around that, and that's my way of just rewarding you back for that, obviously. But yeah, keep an eye on it. Won't be anywhere else other than me talking about it on this channel, and the videos that we can all look and vote on in the Whisky Lounge. It's no good putting them anywhere else because they will be ignored. But I'll do a brief explanation in the Whisky Lounge over the next day or two anyway. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy that. You can be as creative as you like. Obviously keep your videos short. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what people can come up with rather than yeah, that's nice. I look forward to that a lot, actually. So yeah, fill your boots, have fun, and yeah, you get to earn something for your creativity as well as a reward, which is great. It's fantastic. So hopefully you enjoy that and you get on with that. Going forward, my channel is pretty, there's nothing fantastically new I'm buying at the moment. I'm still, much that probably some people's discuss, I'm still buying gold and silver, but paper at the moment. There's a reason for that. Look at my video that I did the other day. But that's what I'm doing, you know. It's different. I'm very fortunate to have physical silver and gold as well. I'm very fortunate indeed. But other than that, I'm not talking about any of my other investments because I don't want to, not on this channel. It's good. All I can say is be really bloody careful out there. It's getting hard, guys. it is getting hard. This is just my gut feeling, and it hasn't really changed over the last year or two. We're all starting to see that pinch, and if you're not, then great. But if you are, I have great sympathy with you. Really do. Be careful. Use the community to help you. For sure, however you use whatever community you use, just be careful. Be careful of the rogue people. I've always said when times get tough, the villains come out and they want to nick everything if they can. So you've got to be on your toes a little bit, well, a lot actually. But yeah, just be careful and try and remember that the people make the community. And yeah, there can be frustrating times within communities and whatever, but at the end of the day, I've been around this community before any of this existed, and that's only been a short period of time. It's grown so much in the UK, and you know, I guess everyone, you know, has their own things they want to do, but I think it's really important to know where we come from, where we started, and how important each other was in that in those early days, and long may that continue, and you know, hopefully we don't forget that over time, for sure, which is why I do what I do. But maybe it's a little bit easier for me because I'm just an old git. But yeah, that's all I've got to say for this week's Whisky Wednesday. Please, 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 you know, that silver's got to go to someone. So we do need quite a few people. You can't enter it more than once. If you win one, that's it. Done. Dusted till the end of the year. So yeah, there's a good incentive for people, you know, to actually do something. Be creative, not just answer a question. I'm not knocking any of that. There's plenty of that around. I just want to be a little bit different and get those creative juices going. So hopefully that will work. It'll be fun watching it, and yeah, enjoy. Take good care. See you in the Whisky Lounge. Don't forget, if you see me in there in the chat, come and say hello. Quite a few people are coming in now, which is really cool. We're all equal. We're all there's no reason why you can't say hello. Well, there is obviously, but you know, I think most people that drop in find out it's quite cool just to talk in a community rather than just typing all the time. But hey ho, that's me, a bit old school. Take good care. See you all soon. See you later. Bye.